My name is Nicole and I am 48 years old. I had the gastric sleeve on October 23rd, 2017. 270, and my weight today is 167. Started in my late teens. I was very athletic. I played sports in grammar school and high school. I coached, but I always battled. I'd go up real high, I'd come down real low. I'd gain it back, I'd lose it. Constant roller coaster. Hit my 20s and really put on a lot of weight. I was sitting in an office, doing the same thing every day. And then in my early 30s, I lost quite a bit. Doing a good diet, probably some stuff that you shouldn't do. And I did well. And then I got diagnosed with MS. And everything just collapsed. I couldn't run anymore, I couldn't exercise, and I just slowly started gaining until I was at a point that was disgusting. About 2 years ago, I contemplated having surgery, but mentally I was not there. And then last summer, I literally walked past the mirror and said to myself, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm done. So I came to meet Dr. Decision in the summer, and he was like, let's go. And I said, well, I can't go right now because it's summer and I have to go to the beach and I don't want to be tied up with surgery. And he was like, all right, you tell me when. Kept coming in, met with Anna, we picked a date, and I told Jessica when I was here at my consultation that I would be on that board as the patient of the month, that I was determined that I was going to do it, and I did it. I had MS, and my neurologist was getting more and more upset because my legs were getting worse and worse, and they were getting weaker as I was getting heavier. I carried all my weight in the bottom, and he suggested it. He's the one that said, I really think you better think about this, and I was like, I can do it on my own. He's like, you've been telling me that for 3 years. He's like, and you're still doing it on your own. He's like, this is not the fix. This is not, you're not gonna walk out of there and be skinny. You have to do the work. He's like, it's just there to help you. And we came in, and Dr. Decision was very point blank. He said, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to put in. It's all gonna come down to you at the end of the day. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. It's a huge adjustment. Your life revolves around food. You socialize, you eat. You go to parties, you eat. You go out to happy hour, you eat. Everything you do revolves around food. For your first 2 months, you do nothing. You sit home and you work the program. And that's very difficult because you lose a lot of your social life and you lose a lot of that desire to want to go out and eat or drink or do any of that. And then you kind of hit a point where you start to notice the weight coming off, and it's like, oh, this is working. Like, this is really good. And then it's really easy because you're seeing it and you're feeling it and you feel better and you're not huffing and puffing when you're walking upstairs anymore, and you have more energy. I haven't slept, and I'm not kidding when I say this, in 20 years. I have not slept through the night. I used to get up every single solitary hour. I was filled up on carbs and sugar and everything. I sleep like it's my job. I go to bed at 10 o'clock. I don't wake up till my alarm clock goes off. Society, as sad as it is, society looks at you differently when you're large versus thinner. You don't hear the snide remarks anymore. You don't hear the people laughing at you. You don't hear someone yelling terrible comments at you anymore. People are actually pleasant, and they hold doors for you, and they smile, and they compliment you. I mean, there's times where people will smile at me and I look behind me because I don't realize that they're doing it to me. Those are all huge changes. Negatively, like I said, the first 2 months are tough. It's a huge adjustment. But you reach this point where you don't want the food anymore. I don't want it anymore. When I go out to eat, I don't have that desire to eat like I used to because I don't want to be that person anymore. Huge support system, makes a huge difference. There are a lot of people that give you the cheating talk. You're cheating because you had weight loss surgery, and I have a really good article that I sent to Jess once, and it said, I am cheating. I'm cheating the weight loss industry, I'm cheating the plus size industry, I'm cheating the diet pill industry, diabetes, heart attack, I'm cheating it all. Because if I don't, that's gonna be me. And at 50, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I was at a point where my dog got sick. My dog weighs 100 pounds, and I couldn't lift him up. And I thought to myself, I can't lift him, and I'm carrying that extra 100 pounds with my heart. I am a walking disaster waiting to happen, and that was it. And I realized that if I can't lift him, how am I asking my heart to do that, or my body to do that? I just couldn't do it anymore. I haven't slept, which is a huge problem for people that have MS. Sleep is like mandatory. My legs feel like $1 million. I just completed week 6 of CrossFit, starting week 7 next week. I had a bucket list after surgery: CrossFit, rock climbing, and zip lining, because you can't zip line if you're a certain weight. So now I can do all of those things. But CrossFit was my first. That's off the list. And I used to watch people, like I would drive past every night and I'd see them outside with the ropes and the tires, and I was like, oh my God, how do they do that? And now I leave and I'm like, can't wait to go tomorrow morning, can't wait to do it again. It's an amazing thing because you're not winded and you're not tired and you're not like dragging. It's an amazing feeling. Just in general, when you see people, you walk into a store that you go into all the time, or a grocery store, and the people behind the deli are just like, oh my goodness, like, what happened? Where did you go? Summer, eventually I'm gonna wear a bathing suit and not be horrified. This dress has not been worn in 12 years, and it literally has hung in my closet, staring me in the face. And I swore every single solitary year, I'm gonna wear that dress, I'm gonna wear that dress. And I would put it on, it would get to like here, wouldn't move, never worked. And I put it on probably like a month ago, and I was like, that's it. I'm where I need to be. I feel awesome. It's not a complete vanity thing. And that's where I think a lot of people have to understand, like, that's a part of it. And yes, it's nice to hear the compliments, and it's nice to see people treating you differently, but the way you feel is amazing. I feel like I'm 48, I probably haven't felt this good since I was in my early 30s. I'm secure in who I am again. I took my life back. I didn't want to be that person that would hide. I would hide. I never would leave the house without a sweater or a jacket or anything. I never wanted to take pictures. I never, as soon as the camera came out, I'd be like, no, or I'd be in the back, just get my face, or crop that out, or now it's a completely different feeling. And again, because you feel confident in who you are. I noticed that, and I said this even to my neurologist when I saw him recently. I said, society is just not nice to you. It's not, and that's really sad. But it's nice to see that even though I see the difference, other people see the difference. And I'm not being laughed at and ridiculed anymore. And I think that that's a really hard thing for people that are overweight, and people don't realize it. It's sad. It's really sad. We go home and we carry that around with us all day and all night. And it's a horrible feeling. And I don't ever want to feel like that again. And I hope anybody watching this, if you feel like that, then you do this, because you need to take your life back.